Get ready for the witching hour.
Guys are thinking. I know what you're thinking. Sir Sturdy, you're early. You're early. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little early. It's not going to happen often. But we're here tonight. And this here. Surviving the Times, by the way, episode 18 of Sturdovision. Go check out that song by Nas. Yes, check it out after the episode. But Surviving the Times, Navigating, Hard Ticket to Hawaii. This movie came out in 1987. And let me tell you, this shit was something else. This was a weird one on Sturdovision. Not the weirdest movie, but it was fun. And there was a lot of titties in it.
So many titties.
Like, and the reason why I said that so early is because the first set of titties you see is in the first 2 minutes. So I was like, you know what? I might as well cut that in half. In the first minute and a half, whatever, I might as well just mention that there's a lot of titties in this movie. And it just made
you got to give them the rundown of what's in this movie.
Titties and snakes and ninja stars. A snake, titties, a snake, a big ass snake, and a ninja star. Am I wrong?
All right. That's yours. You got to use 3 words to describe this movie. Yours is titties, snake, and ninja stars. Mine are.
Go ahead, titties.
Ponytail.
Okay.
Nudity.
Okay.
And Michael.
Michael was a character. I'll say that.
Michael was a character. This is what Michael was.
You didn't know how dynamic Michael was until later in the movie, and you'll see. I'm not going to tell you why. You got to go see that for yourselves. But I was just like, what the fuck, Mick? What is this? What happened?
And it just happens all of a sudden too, because you don't go into it. You don't like. And again, I don't want to give it away because I feel like this is a movie people need to experience. Because like, how many times were you like, "What the fuck?" And like, I was like, "What the fuck?
Wow.
You said it again." And then I was like, "Oh, you got a wow!" Like I was counting all those little things. You were speechless a couple of times. There was a couple of times something hit, and you just straight up stopped talking and just stared at the screen.
Yo, I'll tell you one thing. Anytime titties came out, if I wasn't saying titties, I just like I was having a conversation with Mick. I don't know what I was talking about. It was something funny about the movie. Mid-sentence, because there was some at the beach, I just stopped talking. He mentioned it. It's like, my bad.
Continue. Like, what were you gonna say?
I think I continued what I was gonna say, like after the fact, but still, I completely just stopped mid. Like, you know what's messed up is had he been talking, is not even intentionally, I would have just completely stopped listening to him, like he wasn't even there.
You basically did. He's just like, if I could, I know this for the podcast audience, like, sorry, but the video will be funny. Cut the clip, but like God. His face was straight up like. Yeah, so we're gonna do this, and then I figured tomorrow we're gonna head over to blah blah blah, and then titties come out. And it's just like, seriously? And then like at some point in an uncomfortable way under his breath, he goes, "Titties."
I did, and then got back to talking. So just imagine that. Now take that on the other side, man, because I basically, like, right there, I stopped talking, like I tuned myself out. And had you started like talking in that moment when I exactly when I stopped talking, I probably wouldn't have heard a word you said. Or it would just been like that noise, like the wah 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 in the background type of deal. Now just imagine, but flip that around. Say you were just telling me something like, "Yo, you're Sturdy, I have this awesome idea," and then boom, titties come out. And I just don't hear. That's when the idea comes out, right when they come out, and I don't hear shit. and you forget what you just said.
Fucking titties. Oh
Yeah,
my
so
god. All
don't give
over the
me
movie too. I was
don't
like, after the
don't
first time with the
what
titties.
what you've learned from that, Mick, is do not give me any type of important advice or anything. Don't even talk to me if titties are out. If you want me to remember something, and I'm not gonna remember it.
God, dude.
Does that have something to do with them? That's it. That's it.
That
I
is
was like,
true.
holy shit, that shit was fucking funny.
No, the movie was crazy, dude. This is a
Yeah.
nutty movie.
All for diamonds.
All for the diamonds. Like
Diamonds are cool.
such bullshit.
Yeah. It was like it's funny because you don't think it's gonna be the type of movie it is. You don't think that the two agents that end up being agents, you don't think that they're agents at all. I didn't think that until you told me. I was
Are you saying
okay.
agents or Asians?
No, agents, not Asians, agents.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell for a second. I'm like, wait, what? What Asians? What are you talking?
Spies.
Although they did have the sumo wrestlers in there. Dude,
They
I
did. And they're
swear to
speaking
God,
Spanish to them.
they like went through every ethnicity and like not and every identification, gender identification, and just like ran the gamut to insult everybody.
They really did.
Except for white men. That's the one thing. Well, they did insult like but they called him Chang, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
But he was like a British.
He was.
Fucking get it, man.
It was out there. It was 80s, people. It was 87, so it was out there. It was crazy. It was weird. It was janky. It was all that stupid, silly shit from the 80s. It was that, and then the music. We were talking about the music, right? And what's funny about the music in the 80s, and this movie can definitely attest to it, is this was one of those movies to where, like, you know how like you watch a movie and you hear like the same song, like in the intro or outro of a song, or even during a movie, you hear that it's not a real song, but it's like from a movie. This movie was filled with like every single one of those, like the intro, the outro, and then all the in betweens. I can't name any of the movies, but I can guarantee if you listen and watch this movie and break it down and do your research, you'll find the soundtrack of this movie on a bunch of other soundtracks.
It definitely had a public
80s.
domain type of musical vibe.
It did. I'm not mad at it either because it worked in a weird way. It fucking worked for this movie.
Yeah, no, I mean it was because this movie's just absurdity
to the fullest.
Oh my god, this movie!
How did you find this movie again?
I was a local movie group here by the Alamo, near where I live, and they do a sleepover event, an all night at the movie theater watching like horror movies and crazy movies like this. And I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, even at this point. I don't know. They did one where it was like kind of like a Psycho Beach type of theme. It was like summertime. I can't remember exactly what it was, but and they showed this was the first movie that opened it up. That was the same. It wasn't the same sleepover, but I don't think it was the same sleepover. But there was another sleepover where that's where I was introduced to the Manitou. Remember that one?
Okay.
So like a lot of those weird ones, man. The woman who curates the whole thing. I don't want to throw her name out there, just in case because doing her thing, but yeah, she picks some great movies, man. She really does. Like she just had Creature from the Black Lagoon on Tuesday.
Oh my god, I love that movie.
I know.
I love that. Now that movie, that's gonna. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. That's gonna sneak on a watch party for Sturdovision, on a Sturdovision watch party possible review. Because that movie I seen one time in my life last year, and it was just fucking amazing. It was phenomenal. It was beautiful. It's my favorite romantic movie.
You should do like a reflection on it, a retrospective.
It's a possibility. We'll see.
The Gill Man through the years. The Gill Man.
Gill Man.
You know what Gill Man didn't have? Titties.
Hard ticket to Hawaii.
Hard tickets.
He could just swim there. He didn't have any trouble getting there.
No. He would have less trouble swimming there than they did in that plane and then trying to get to their destination. They went from the plane and not having a car. Oh, no, then they had the Jeep, and then that got shot out. By the guy on the skateboard with the blow up doll. I wish I was kidding.
He's not. And the way that he goes out, which I don't want to give it up, was hilarious. It was ridiculous. Like, wow. Listen. And the reasoning for it, the funny thing was, Mick, it's going to tie in later. Watch. And it fucking did. In such a way that you just, like, you forgot. You forgot all about it. It was like, oh, wait a minute. Okay.
It really is, dude. Like, it's not a terribly written script. It's just written by a madman. It's what it comes down to, is like, because they do have the cool callbacks and stuff like that. Like, if you finessed this script, you could have a pretty good, like, really mainstreamed it, is what I mean. Like, you got to get rid of, like, the countless sex that just keeps occurring, but it's not even actual sex. Like, when she's just, like, kind of sitting in his lap naked.
Yo, so okay, so there's the scene we're gonna talk about this scene. Of course, you can't show it on camera. You got to go watch the movie.
Yeah.
But the dude is, like, sitting down on, I don't know if it's like a low sofa or futon.
So if he's sitting down like I am in this chair, it would be like she was just laying, her head was like right here, right? And like her body was just laying on me, but she was like kneeling on the floor. So for the podcast audience, I'm sorry, but kind of like that.
He's right. Basically, what we're getting at is there's a part where you hear a bunch of moaning from the dude.
But she's not doing anything. She's literally just like, her head is here. She's just laying on him.
Yeah, like you hear it from the other room, then it goes in the room and they're just like kissing. I'm like, what the hell is he moaning?
But he's like moaning, but he's like has his head up and he's like, "Oh, baby, you're the best." Oh, it's like, it's not like sexy moaning. It's like that movie, like, oh, like that, like every time somebody in like a teen raunchy comedy movie gets a blowjob, that's what they sound like. Like, "Oh, baby, you're the best, man. Oh my God, I can't believe it." You know, shit like that, the stupid lines. That's exactly what it was, but she wasn't doing anything. Like, she was just laying on top of him. And I'm like, why are you reacting like this? Who told you to react like this?
Listen, man. They're just like, listen, we need you to sell it. He was like, what do you mean? They're like, listen, just sell it. Make this scene look real. That's what he went with. And he took it too fucking far.
Too fucking far.
Too fucking far. But again, it was the 80s, over the top. It worked. It worked because of the 80s, Mick. That's why. Had it came out about 3 years later, it'll probably still work. It was the early 90s. But still.
I don't know. Not that raunchy. By the time the early 90s came around, I feel like it wasn't as... I feel like the 90s wasn't as dark.
I mean, I would say...
Coming out of the war, really, in 92.
But you still have to put that... I would say yes, in the sense of... If you put that movie on the same level it was at, though, I think it would still work.
I think if you made that movie, that's a Skinamax movie. That's it. That's what you get in the 90s.
Possibly. Yeah.
Like, that worked in the 80s as like, because the 80s had a slew of like those straight to video type movies that were just for nudity and craziness and all that stuff. So I don't put this movie on that level of like softcore porn.
Movie.
What?
Savage Beach. The movie I was telling you about.
Oh, did Andy Sidaris do that one too?
No, but this was one of my favorite beach movies. This is a beach movie I was telling you about. There's a lot of titties in this movie, but I remember watching it as a kid. Oh my God. Yo, we're watching it on Sturd Vision.
This is the same guy?
It's the same. I think it's the same. Yeah. What? Hold up. Hold up.
Is Savage Beach the same movie?
Yes.
No, it's not.
I'm not. Listen, Mick, listen.
Savage Beach from what year?
I've seen this movie
1989
before.
film. Okay. Oh my god. Wait. No, it's not the same movie. It's not the same movie for sure. It might be the same actor, but yeah, let me check. Dona Speir. Oh, I think there was another actor who was in the movie too.
It's very similar.
I'm gonna check one thing.
All right, it's a different movie, but it's very freaking similar.
Yeah. All right, 1987. Hard Ticket to Hawaii. She played Donna in Hard Ticket to Hawaii. So you're right. So the main actress in Savage Beach was in Hard Ticket to Hawaii. And so was Rodrigo Obregon. He was the guy who got his face cut.
Well, we're reviewing this too. I watched this a long time ago as a kid.
That's awesome.
I gotta talk to Henry because we watched this.
Dude, that's why I thought he should have been here for Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
I gotta tell him. I'm giving this movie a 7 just because. No, I'm giving this movie a 7.5.
Is this an Andy? Oh, that's why. It's an Andy Sidaris film. Andy Sidaris was the guy who did Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Nice. Well,
so see, we both have it. We were both there. We had one of his movies.
didn't even know it. Didn't even fucking know it, but I know now.
It's amazing. And he died in 2007.
Rest in peace.
Oh man.
Holy Crowley.
He did a lot of movies.
So what movie are we doing next week, Mick? Are you picking one again, or are we
yeah. Oh my god, Malibu. So those posters in her apartment
are
his movies. 7. Yeah, and then there's Malibu Express. Dude, I want to go on an Andy Sidaris tear.
Yo.
Let's do it.
I think we should.
Oh my god. All right, let me pull this up real quick. So let's look at the amazing posters that pop up when you go over. So,
excuse me.
Here we go. So I'm going to try and make it bigger for you. There you go. So racing scene. I'd watch that. A mashed Stacy. That was one of the posters in the thing. Looks like you might have some titties for you. 7. Look at this. Look at this.
What the fuck?
Look at this.
We have to.
7.
Malibu Express because Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Look at this.
And we're already talking about that. And we already talked about,
Then Picasso Trigger. Oh, I guess it doesn't have one. Savage Beach.
We're doing Savage Beach.
All right, but here, look at this.
Films.
The Dallas Connection. So that's when the 90s got a little weird.
And then we got to end it off with Lethal Ladies, Return to Savage Beach. If we can find all these movies.
Oh my God, Return to Savage Beach. Yes. Holy crap. Andy Sidaris, we're going to go on a tear.
We are. Shout out to Andy Sidaris. Maybe we can get him on here. Reach out to him, people.
He died.
Oh, shit. I forgot. You just mentioned this. Well, maybe somebody from his movies.
Well, yeah.
Some actors or actresses from the movies.
I don't think any are watching or care.
They should. And they should, because they're going to want to start going to cons to get autographs. Start talking to us podcasters.
That's true.
I know an awesome con, Carolina Fear Fest.
That's true.
There's one I know. Well, there's one that I can't mention yet. Maybe next year I can mention it.
Which one?
But I can't mention.
Talk about it.
Can't do that either.
You should say it.
I don't even know what it's called.
Give a hint.
Can't wait for it. That's my hint. But what I can tell you guys is Carolina Fear Fest next year, 2026. Memorial Day weekend is going to be awesome. 2025. So year 6 is what I meant to say. 6 years of fear. 2025, 6 years of fear.
It's true.
You guys got to be there. Who do you guys want as guests?
Me.
Well, besides me and Mick and Paul.
No, it was funny.
Others.
The others.
Celebrity guests.
He fell in love. He fell in love there.
With who? The con?
Just the con in general.
Oh, me? Oh, man, it was awesome. It was fucking like... Mick is really 6'8", people, by the way, just in case you were all wondering. He's not lying about that. I had to, I confirmed it. I seen it in person. You guys seen us? There's a picture of us on stage together, what you guys seen, and he's like a foot taller than me. It doesn't make any sense because he doesn't play basketball. He doesn't dunk.
I did. I was pretty good.
But he's tall.
I can dunk too. I dunked back in the day. I can't now. My knees don't work. That ain't my fault.
Now he's using the old people excuse. The old... Like, that's even like the old black dude. Man, I used to tear the courts out. You lucky my knees is bad now. Like, I don't want to hear that bullshit.
True, though. I got a cane and everything. You saw me with my braces on.
He's not lying about that either, guys.
I'm rolling around like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It would be hilarious, like, if this whole time Mick was really like 5'2" saying all this shit. And like right now he's just sitting on phone books. Fucking see him in person. He's short as shit. Like, Mick, what the fuck?
3 children under here, just like fucking on top of each other.
Where did the 6'8" thing come from? Oh
God.
I may have exaggerated a little bit.
God.
But so what movie are we doing next week out of that wild list?
Next week is gonna be Samurai Cop. It's a wild one. You are muted, sir.
Samurai Cop. I thought I was typing.
Yes, sir. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. Get excited. So, who do you rate this movie?
All right, and in 2 weeks we're doing Savage Beach. The week after Samurai Cop. I'm giving this movie a 7.5. It was funny, and it was funny. It was fucking for Sturd Vision. It works.
Yeah, and for a Sturd Vision review, I would give it a 7.
And I like on top of it being funny and like it entertained me. It entertained me for a Sturd Vision type of watch, so I have to also give it that type of rating. Definitely, it's one of those ridiculous ones you want to watch with people too. You'll have a more fun watching it with people, which I want to start trying to do these watch parties over on the Discord, whether it be on the Horror Store Sturdy channel over at the Sturd Vision, or over on the Scene Snobs channel, watch party over there. Either way, I'm gonna start doing them. I want to start doing them at least once a month, maybe twice on these Fridays, and it'll be the movies before we do the lives. Here and there, and some nights if I'm not doing a live at all, I might just do a watch party. But I want to start doing those. I want to get back into doing those. I miss doing them. They were fun as hell for movies, maybe shows down the road. We'll see. But right now we're gonna start off with movies every once in a while. Like I said, once or twice a month. And if so, the next one will be Savage Beach in 2 weeks. So as long as we can, get the movie going and all that, that'll be the watch party. That's all I'll do. I'll let you guys know ahead of time. But possibly Savage Beach in 2 weeks.
And you got to do New York Ninja.
New York Ninja. Karate chop you motherfuckers in half. But honestly, guys, this is going to be a short episode. A little tired. Want to just kick the feet up, relax. And then there's vacation off, though, guys. But pull back into full force next week. Actually, tomorrow. Popcorn and Pints, 9 o'clock. I might as well say tonight. 9 o'clock Eastern time. We're reviewing the Maleficent movies, both of them. I've never seen them before, so it'll be a first-time watch for me. Off the Disney wheel. Gotta get that knocked off. And then we're going to have some, we're getting back to the wildness, though, guys. We're getting back to all that crazy energy. And
you can't tell right now.
No, you can't tell right now.
Very
but we're
tired.
Back. Like I said, this is like the last. This is the last episode of. Well, this is the first episode of Sturd Vision. I know we just did Horror Star Sturdy the other day, but it's also like the last ones of like the vacations. The first and last of the vacation. Next week is back to work and all that other shit. But it's gonna be a good, fun fucking time. A good ride. I know I sound a little different. I got a new microphone, guys. I had to. I had to. Oh, I did something else too. I know I
Oh,
showed
boy.
you guys when I left, but let me see if it's still set up. And it is. So just gotta add it real quick. Mick knows.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you're talking about.
He always knows what I'm talking about. He eats pancakes on Fridays, combs his beard. But it's a scary good time, and it's a scary good shirt, and you should have one. You could just that QR code right there. Make it easy. Boop. Do it on your phone. Go check out Sturdy store. Get yourself a shirt. And look, get a glass to match it. You can get his and her. It's all the same. Just saying, his and her, his and his, hers and hers. Or just get it for yourself. Be selfish. That's fine too. That is perfectly fine. But yeah, people. Appreciate your support. Helps keep the lights on and all that other good stuff. And helps keep this fun going and a lot more to come. I have a lot more to come. And listen, next month, Backpacking with Sir Sturdy. July and August, Backpacking with Sir Sturdy. You know what that is? I'm going to tell you what that is. Not only is it going to be a yearly thing for July and August, but foreign horror movies. That's all we'll be reviewing for those 2 months. On Horror with Sir Sturdy. We'll throw some in there on Sturdovision, but Sturdovision is a wild card. Sturdovision, there's no rules to it, as you guys know. Here and there, we'll go with the themes, but for Sturdovision, it's going to do what Sturdovision does, which is whatever the hell it wants. For Horror with Sir Sturdy, it's going to be a little more responsible. But yeah, it's going to be a great fucking time. Foreign films, all types of foreign films for all those weeks. I don't even know how many weeks it is. What is it, 8 weeks? 16 episodes, I believe.
Yeah, about that.
It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time, and I hope you guys tune in for that. I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time. Be ready. Be ready. Ooh, I got some fun shit going. I can't wait. But listen, people, make sure you go over and check out the Scene Snobs. It's an awesome, amazing fucking channel. There's an amazing host over there. Paul's also over there. And it's just a fun fucking time. You'll see my face over there as well. Don't worry. You'll see my face. So you don't have to be scared. You can go over there, mix a good... He's a good guy. Trust me. And of course, Horror Research 30. Check out the Sturdy store. Check out Popcorn and Pints. And we're going to wrap this one up. Unlike, I'm not even going to say you guys know where I'm going with this. But have a great night. Be safe. I'll see you in your nightmares.